What's Pomedy Penguins peoples? The name's Rhodium, and today I'm joined by Aiden.
Is it time?
Today we are doing plotgenerator.com. I've used this previously in my Maroon Chimpanzee video, but today we're going to be making stories and then making them better by putting them through Google Translate. So, Aiden, what would you like to do?
Bronte Sisters.
A name of a rich, well-to-do hero.
Monsieur Moneybags.
Female. Poor, lower-class hero.
Monsieur Down in the Dumps. All in one word.
2 roles.
Can we have an explosives expert? Frog Watcher.
Hot Frog Walker.
Wallaker. Habitable building. Can we have
something that's not habitable?
Let's have a large ice cube. Adjective for the weather, let's do apocalyptic. This is going to be
the worst story ever.
Slightly far removed from the Brontes' original plans.
Yeah. Small.
Okay.
And big.
Okay.
And then big again. Larger than big.
A face like a brick. Aromatic, but like not in a good way.
Slowly falling to pieces.
Yeah, love that.
Cool.
Huge.
Fork.
Yeah, let's do forks.
The tenant of Moneybags' large ice cube. By the best team in Tell World.
Monsieur Down in the Dumps is a big and ginormous orphan raised by a brick-like and aromatic, but not in a good way, explosives expert. Eventually, she gets a job working as a Satanist for the small lady Moneybags of Moneybags' large ice cube. The unlikely couple rapidly succumb to a dead passion. On the day of their wedding, a slowly falling to pieces frog walker escapes from the attic of Moneybags' large ice cube and starts a fire.
No!
Believing that Lady Moneybags is dead, Monsieur flees from the church and wanders the apocalyptic moors for days until she is rescued by a larger-than-big vicar. However, although Lady Moneybags is blinded by the fire, she still breathes.
No, what?
Without Monsieur, she becomes fishy and deranged. She turns to alcohol for comfort. The ghost of the frog walker from the attic haunts her.
No!
Meanwhile, thinking Lady Moneybags is dead, Monsieur accepts a marriage proposal from her saviour, the vicar. However, one night she believes she can hear Lady Moneybags calling, "Monsieur, where are you? Monsieur, come home!" And she returns to Moneybags' large ice cube.
Whoa!
On Monsieur's return, she finds Lady Moneybags drunk and without sight. Mistaking her for the ghost of the slowly falling to pieces dog walker, she attacks her with forks.
This is frog, you numpty.
She attacks her with forks, and Monsieur Down in the Dumps dies.
Yes!
As she attends to the body, Lady Moneybags realizes what she has done. Driven mad with guilt, she hatches a plan to destroy the next generation. But there is no next generation, and she dies of consumption 2 weeks later.
What?
Let's absolutely decimate it through Google Translate a couple times.
Because if you didn't know, if you keep translating something into another language, into another language, into another language, into another language, some words get incredibly confused, and therefore...
Yeah, there's often not exact translations for certain words in different languages.
5 minutes later.
Alright.
Here we go.
Teacher A. Finally, Miss Moneybag works for Cube Monster Moneybag. Soon, this unusual couple fell in love. On the wedding day, a giant carrying a bag of mushrooms catches fire while running across a snow bridge. Say, Miss Toop is dead, sir. Escape the church and wander the apocalyptic swamp for days until the old man is rescued. Although she was blinded by the fire, Mrs. Wallet. Without power, it is laziness and stupidity. Turn to alcohol to relieve stress. They dreamed of a frog flying in space.
Where does this come from?
At the time, Shri. Believing that Mrs. Purse is dead, she accepts a marriage proposal from a priest who saved her. But one night, he thought that Mrs. Pocket Money on the phone, "Grandpa, where are you? Grandpa, come home." This can be seen in the large wallet of the cooler box. When the man returned, he found a woman, drunk, wallet, and blind. He thought the frog was a ghost and attacked the man. Sad state. The woman with the bag looked at him and realized what he was doing. Feeling guilty, he planned to destroy the next generation, but failed and died 2 weeks later of pneumonia. Mrs. Pocket Money.
I think we should do a different story, but translate that one more.
Summertime. I think summertime. Peter Gooseberry. A love interest.
Priscilla Swampy.
A holiday destination. Arctic Circle. Something people are passionate about. Fire. 4 adjectives you use to describe places. Big.
3 jobs.
I'm going pyromaniac.
Firefighter.
Yeah. Lego employee.
5 adjectives to describe someone's character. Absolutely insane. Freezing. Freezing cold.
Freezing cold.
Like really cold. I'm constantly freezing. I love how a noun plural, and then all of the 3 examples that they give, none of them are plural.
Yeah. Spatulas.
Yeah, stick with the utensils.
Ill
Desperate for a
wit.
wee. You've got no, that'll be good. Something you might feel. Desperate for a wee. That fits so well. An activity that 2 people could do together. Play rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, this is called the Mysterious Brooding Pyromaniac. Peter Gooseberry is a fluffy pyromaniac from Big Junkyard. She leads a freezing cold, like incredibly cold life. However, all that changes when Peter books a summer holiday to Big Arctic Circle. At first, Peter finds the Arctic Circle very big.
No way.
Then there's the mysterious, brooding firefighter, Priscilla Swampy,
Apt name.
who makes her feel desperate for the sun. When Priscilla invites her on a thumb war expedition, Peter begins to realize that Priscilla is deeply enigmatic and an absolutely insane man. Peter knows in her heart that Priscilla is the man for her. These genders are really getting all over the place. However, to secure her happiness, Peter must fend off the fuzzy Lego master builder Petunia Deserty, who wants to get her claws into Priscilla, using her life-threatening spatulas and a mutual love of fire. Peter sets out to snare Priscilla once and for all. But will the brooding pyromaniac return her affection? I think that's a better story than the previous one.
Yeah.
A few inches later.
This
Here we
is
go.
significantly shorter. Peter Agerson is an efficient cook. It's cold. Very cold.
Very cold.
But everything changes when Peter goes on holiday outside the Arctic Circle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Peter sees the majesty of the North Pole for the first time.
What?
Followed by Prisha, a mysterious character who wants to swim. Priscilla raised her hand, shocked and angry. Peter knew that Priscilla loved him. Priscilla let fate play its tricks. Peter meets Petunia Dick, an unknown Lego creator. Peter saves Priscilla with a mysterious eternal death and the fire of love. But will the shameless criminal get her love back? It seems like a trailer for the original story.
Except for
like-
the fact that there's now a cook. They exit the Arctic Circle and then see the North Pole. This new character raises their hand, completely unrelated, and then Peter knows that they love him.
She's like, wow, I know that you love me. She's like, I just literally wanted to ask you a question. Generally bad.
Commander
Often.
of geese.
For sure. The goose. Yeah.
Pet.
Weirdly smooth.
Is
Robotic.
the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Really passionate about mitochondria. Fire extinguisher.
Yes, a statue of Lord Goose.
An inspector of
spectre of your hungry hippos board game.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go.
The mangled elbows. Mangled elbows have been turning up in the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and the inhabitants are scared. 10 murders in 10 weeks, all committed with a fire extinguisher, but still nobody has a clue who the robotic killer is.
I don't.
General Lee Bad is a warty and inquisitive doorstep seller, with a fondness for mitochondria. She doesn't know it yet, but she is the only one who can stop the Red Killer. When her pet, the goose, is kidnapped, General Bad finds herself thrown into the center of the investigation. His only clue is a peculiar statue of Lord Goose. She enlists the help of a weirdly smooth inspector of your Hungry Hippos board game called Of Geese. Can Geese help Bad overcome her bottle-flipping addiction and find the answers before the raging killer and his deadly fire extinguisher strike again?
The next day.
This is so much shorter.
The terrified men sought refuge in the Marion Canal. Firefighters take 10 lives every 10 weeks and no one knows who the killer is.
I wonder.
General Lee Board is a mitochondrial biologist. Little does he know that only he can wear red and stop the plot. If you want to spray the product, apply it to the pores themselves. This gothic painting is amazing. Casual players and players who like to play football. Can rescuers and firefighters Can rescuers and firefighters get another bottle of water, please? Hey, over here. We got one more bottle of water for the firefighters. That one I think is possibly the most changed from the original. I can't remember exactly what the original was, but there's nothing about elbows in there.
So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of this, feel free to subscribe and like. I mean, you don't have to, but I'd like it if you did.
Bye.